Some guy sleeping.
Again.
Yeah.
He's in the bathroom.
He's what?
He's in the bathroom right now.
Oh, okay, we'll go clean your pots and pans together. Hey, saying I'm the happy gay alarm clock. Time to wake up and clean your pots and pans.
Okay. I'm the happy alarm clock. Time to get up. Whoops. Time to wake up. Whoops. Time to wake up. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm the happy alarm clock this morning. I hope you have a happy day.
Must start my day that way.
Nice.
Man.
Scared the hell out. He's looking at me strange, too. He's got his toothbrush in his hand and a toothpaste in one hand.
Oh,
Not
very
afraid to
nice.
use it.
Very nice. He's got a toothbrush and he ain't afraid to use it, buddy. Absolutely.
Ah,
All right, gay alarm clock.
yeah,
Get the hell out of there.
I'm
You
on
have
my way.
many more people to wake up today.
I'm a man on a mission.
Thank you, gay alarm clock. Hey, gay alarm clock.
I'm a happy alarm clock.
Are you at someone's house? All right. You ready to wake him up? There's a girl who wants the gay alarm clock to wake up her brother. Hey, gay alarm clock, what's going on?
Well, there's a house full of kids here.
Yeah.
I go upstairs. There's 8 people live together. 8 people live here.
Grab some pots and pans.
Okay. 16.
I'm the
Oh,
happy
16, that's a good age.
Gotta
Just
get
climb in bed with him.
Yeah. The police don't like Jim and climbing in bed with young boys anymore. Good luck, gay alarm clock.
Time to wake up! Time to wake up! This is your wake up call.
We
Have
need
a
more.
happy wake up. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Time to wake up.
Oh, whoa, whoa,
I think it's time to go. He doesn't wake up very happy.
Man. Good job, gay alarm clock.
Well, I'm on my way. Off to the next
Man,
station. Wake
you know,
someone up.
Successfully waking up yet another sleeping soul.
Oh,
Ah, nice of you,
and
gay
how
alarm clock.
unappreciated he is.
Yeah.
you know, now he may feel bad about it now,
Right.
but 5 minutes from now, he's going to be pissed.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Professor Mo!
Yeah. Oh, and he looks good in the cap and gown, Ray.
Good morning, children.
Good morning, Professor Modine.
Today, I want to tell you all about a great time in American history. It was the race to invent the light bulb.
What? Did he just say?
What?
The race to invent the light bulb.
Mhm.
The year was
Yes.
1972, and Hitler was getting ready to take on Napoleon and invade Brazil. American spies, Lewis and Clark, found out about the plan. Hitler was going to attack at night when they didn't see him coming. Well, President Thomas Jefferson heard about this and knew the only thing to do was to invent the light bulb to foil the plan. So he got Alberta Einstein and Ben Franklin together to work on the invention. It was tough conditions for the two inventors because they both had day jobs and kids and only could work at night with only a flashlight to help them see, because this was well before the candle was invented. Well, needless to say, Franklin and Einstein liked to drink. It was a good thing that their intern, Plateau, was
Oh.
taking things seriously.
Was he
Plateau.
How do you spell that?
P-L-A-T-O.
Plateau.
Plateau. Was taking things seriously.
I'm actually not going to correct him. Go right ahead.
Excuse me.
I'm
We're
sorry.
in the middle of a
Yes.
lesson
All right,
here.
go right ahead.
Thank you. He done did some stuff and invented the first light bulb. But since it was daylight, they had to wait to test it until the nighttime. But by then, it was dark and they couldn't quite get it screwed in right. Well, long story made short, the first working light bulb was the size of Rhode Island and only burned for 4 hours. But that was enough to light the skies and prevent Hitler from invading Mexico. But that was not the last we were to hear of Hitler. But that's another story. So long, children.
So long, Professor Bodine.
Dean. Professor Bodine is brought to you by absolutely no one, because no one's stupid enough to sponsor Professor Bodine.
Hey, kids, what time is it?
The alarm clock screams and there's a cat butt in my face. I don't want to get up, face the human race. I take a shower, I take a pee, I drink some coffee, watch some TV. But nothing seems to keep my eyes open, nothing seems to get my blood flowing. Called up a friend of mine and asked what lights a fire under your behind. He says he spells relief, R-A-Y-L-Y-T-L-E.
There are 2 participants in the conference. Please announce yourself.
They got gas and breasts and testes and rock and roll piled up to the rafters. They're really immature and there's no cure, but they'll be your favorite broadcasters. And it's Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. And it's Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. I took my friend's advice to heart. I bought myself an FM radio. Now every weekday starts with a visit from the Morning Disaster Show. And now I spell relief, R-A-Y-L-Y-T-L-E. Have no fear, the gang's all here. So clean out your ears for the Morning Disaster. They got gas and breasts and testes and rock and roll piled up to the rafters. They're really immature, but there's no cure. But they'll be your favorite broadcasters. And it's Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. And it's Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster.
Oh, yes. How you doing, everybody? We are here. It is Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster on a Thursday. Last free show of the week. Last free show of the week. Tomorrow will be on, of course, it'll be our Friday show, and that is subscription only. Make sure to sign up now at patreon.com. But we are here. It is Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. I'm Ray Lytle. With me, as always, Mr. Nick Miner.
Good morning.
Nikki is here with her new phone, Miss Fancy. Have you still?
Yep.
Have you downloaded the app finally, or are you just? Are you
What do you
calling?
mean?
I didn't. Have you downloaded the smartphone app for the software?
The smartphone app for the software.
Oh, she.
What are you talking about?
For the conference call software.
The car. Yeah.
Yes.
Are you on that?
This is free conference call?
Yeah.
I called the number.
No, there's no the app.
Well, no.
Of course. So you're not.
I'm getting the computer today, so don't worry about it.
No, I'm saying it's a lot easier if you download the software. Literally, all you do is once the software's on there, you have to fill out something once, and then you literally just, hit a button.
Connect every time
every time. Like for example, Jason is connected like that, right? Jason, you're through the software, right? Or
That
through
is
the
correct.
through the app. Yeah.
I'm through the app too.
See, yeah. See how clear Nick sounds and how clear Jason sounds.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. I'm just saying. I'm glad you have a new phone and you're on though, Nikki. So we'll take that. That's a lot better than
Okay.
what we previously had. I'm very proud of you.
All right.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
I was was working hard. On today's show, by the way, today's show is the one with the great morning disaster quiz on it. On today's show, you're going to get the great morning disaster quiz. I'm very excited about it. This is going to be, we put together, we compiled some questions regarding the show since it started up again, going daily in April. All right. We started doing the show. This podcast has been around since 2015. Nikki, is that when we started? 2015.
Yeah.
And then we did it for like a couple of years every day. And then, of course, everything got in the way. Nikki got sick. Marvin left. I had, of course, I got jobs. And the show sort of, was like weekly. And then this last April, we decided to go. Yeah, we decided to go daily again this last April. So since it restarted again, this is what this quiz covers from the time it restarted, and live on Facebook every day until now. That's the portion of the show that this quiz is going to cover. And we've got a bunch of questions, and we'll ask them, and then we want you to answer them. But I want people to call in to answer 815-414-2125. All right? I don't want people just, shouting out answers in the chat room. Because that's what I have a fear.
To which they'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll do
Well,
even though I'm saying
like herding cats.
Even though I'm saying don't do that, there's no doubt in your mind that someone will do it.
Oh, definitely.
And then we will give, at the end of the quiz, we'll give our listeners a chance to ask us some questions to see if we get any right or wrong. All right? And by the way, once you get one correct on the phone, I keep asking. And we'll see who gets the most right in a row. And by the way, this was an effort. Pretty much everybody was involved in this, right? I sent out everybody on the show, and TJ. I involved him in it as well, so we were all coming up with questions. We got some good ones. There'll be good questions for the Great Morning Disaster quiz today. I'm very excited about that coming up. Of course, it's gonna have some of the questions that you expect, and then it will also have on stuff that is just too hard for anybody to get. You know what I mean? So we'll have those questions you expect, and then some surprise questions. And I don't know if there's any I don't think there's any that's going to stump anybody, but there are some difficult questions that you had to be listening close to get. I got to be honest. Sometimes when we were passing questions back and forth last night, there were some even I didn't even know. Like there's some questions that one of you guys writing the questions would ask me, and I just I acted like I knew the answer, but I honestly had no idea what the answer was. There was one Nick asked me, and I didn't know the answer, and the answer was me. I had forgotten that I said it. So there's a bunch of good questions. They're really, I think you guys will like it. It's coming up a little bit later on the show. All right. We talked a little bit about. Let me fast forward to get my COVID stuff out of the way. Let's see. I want to get to my COVID stuff. There are people that are getting mask mouth. Do you know what mask mouth is?
Is it acne?
Well, it's because you get it's you're breathing and you're breathing your own bad breath. You know what I mean? So people are this is the big. There are the people that the anti-maskers. One of the biggest reasons that they might be anti-mask is they have disgusting breath, and they're sick of breathing it. They're sick of smelling it because they have foul teeth, or they have some kind of a mouth infection, or dirty mouth, or dental issues, or inflamed gums, or whatever it is, because they're breathing in that scent, and that's why they don't like the mask.
That or they ate ass the night before.
Yeah. Well,
Ew.
I mean, you could eat ass and still wear a mask. You just you know.
Brush your teeth.
You got Listerine at minimum.
Yeah, I would make sure that the ass is clean before you eat it. That's what I would suggest. But what do I know? Or either that, or clean your mouth, brush your teeth after eating the ass. That would be my suggestion, and that's my suggestion overall for people who are getting this: is brush your damn teeth. Then they wouldn't be so damn. You wouldn't be so. If you took care of your teeth and your breath, you wouldn't be so anti-mask because it wouldn't stink.
Or put a breath strip in your mouth.
Yeah. Well, I work out every day, and I see these guys working out without a mask, and I can just the big muscle heads. Yeah, I'm not wearing a mask. Trump 2020. The type I'm talking about. And I could tell these guys have bad breath. There's never been a tooth.
Yeah, they got protein shake breath going on.
I know they can lift big weights, but one thing they can't lift is a toothbrush to their mouth. So I can tell the real reason they don't like masks is because their teeth are disgusting, and therefore their breath are disgusting. There's nothing worse though when you throw that mask on. I mean, I've been there. You throw that mask on.
Get yourself a good burp going on.
Yeah, and
pass out.
You go, whoa, what the hell? You go, oh, that's me. I really can't blame this on everybody. This is me. However, I would tell you, I got a weird phenomenon yesterday. I was walking out of somewhere and a guy farted, okay? And then I walked through it after the fart, you know what I mean?
Ew, ass gas.
And still
got crop dusted.
Yeah. And I still smelled it through the mask.
Ew.
You know that is powerful ass juice. If this guy busted a little colon bomb there. If he passed gas and I ended up smelling it and I'm wearing a mask, and by the way, this guy was wearing, sweatpants, and so that fart had to get through all the layers and then get up into the air and somehow get through my mask in order for me to smell it. And it was disgusting. So I wanted to turn around and tip my imaginary hat to this guy. Top of the day to you, sir. That was some powerful stuff. Let's see. Let's go to things that, we talk about the sacrifice that Americans make. The stuff that we have given up to cut back on to save money during the pandemic. All right. What are some of the top things that people have given up to during the pandemic to cut money?
Going out to dinner would be one of them.
You are correct, sir. But that's pretty much because
that's a given one.
The restaurants aren't open. Yeah.
Well, that and
In
going
some
to
states.
movies.
Yeah, and the movies aren't open, so of course you're not going to go to the movies. But I'll give you the actual list. Gym memberships. Some people cancel their gym memberships. Streaming services.
You think there would be an increase in streaming services with everybody being home?
Yeah, but if you
I can't afford a whole $12 a month.
Yeah, but if you're listen, I'm unemployed, and I know how tough that is. I'm unemployed, and even though I'm unemployed, you've got to make some cuts. You have to make that tough decision of, you know what? I don't need Disney Plus right now. I'm sorry. You got to make your decision. Mine is Netflix. I've got Netflix. I have Amazon Prime, and I have HBO Max, which I get.
You just have too many.
Well, I got HBO Max free with my HBO, okay, which I got for free because I'm an AT&T customer. So I'm just trying to go with what I don't have to pay for. You know what I mean?
AT&T, your bill's in the mail.
Yeah, AT&T. I'll get around to paying you. Just give me another. By the way, I have noticed that some of these businesses, when you tell them you're unemployed and stuff, they're a little bit easier on collecting. Talk to me in 2021. Hey, talk to me.
Start telling everyone that then. No.
Talk to me next year. Hey, Jack. Yeah, but so I've got Netflix, and Netflix is here. I think you can afford I think Netflix is like $12 or whatever, so we can afford that. No. We afford Amazon Prime is we bought the yearly. That's a yearly thing. You know what I mean? And my wife orders so much shit on Amazon, as I've discussed before on this show. My wife orders so much stuff. I had to mute Jason's mic. It's getting very loud. My wife orders so much stuff that that just for the savings in shipping, we have to have Amazon Prime. And they throw in free, you get free Amazon Prime TV service with it. So I get that one. And then HBO Max, like I said, is free. So I had to get rid of the Disney Plus. So if there's anything good on Disney Plus, whenever that happens, you guys let me know what I'm missing, because that's the one I don't have. So a lot of people are cutting the streaming services.
Well, I got the combo Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, and that's like $12.
That's the one I would get if given the choice. Because there's lots of sports on the ESPN.
It's a lot of highlights.
I got Disney Plus free for a year because I have Verizon.
Oh, well, hold on. Let me bow down to Mr. Verizon. Mr. Fancy got his for free.
What?
Mr. I got it for free. I'm better than everybody else. Let me bow down.
Well, you're saying how you got HBO for free.
Yeah, I know. HBO. You get HBO Max if you have HBO, you get it for free.
Right.
So, yeah. And I like HBO Max. It's pretty good. Let's see. Here's another thing they're cutting back on. I don't understand this, but ice cream. People are cutting back on ice cream and chocolate. Who's cutting back on?
Never.
Those two things aren't very expensive.
Well, I mean, you got to cut down where you can.
I guess so, but
How much were they eating to begin with?
Rocky said last week, he was like, we were talking about American greatness, and he said, think about back what they gave up during World War II. Like all the stuff they gave up in order to make America, to really make America great, to sacrifice to help us. We can't even get people to put on a fucking mask, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We can't even get them to do that, let alone make any of these sacrifices. So I got to be honest. I think when you consider that, chocolate and ice cream is actually a pretty big give up for people. And cable, so people are cutting their cable. Oh my God. I mean, I cut my satellite dish. I don't think I could ever do that. I would try, but there's no way. I like live sports too much. I think that's the reason that I could never be a cord cutter. But this is forcing a lot of people to do it. People are canceling cable and satellite dish, you know, to get through the COVID crisis. So those are some of the big cutbacks that we have because of the pandemic. By the way, the mayor of Los Angeles, it's getting so bad in LA, in California right now. The mayor of Los Angeles is telling people, if you throw a big party at your house, because the mandate says you can't have big gatherings. So if they find a person throwing a big party in LA, the city will cut off your water and power. They'll cut it off.
Nice.
Yeah. So they found a new way to punish people.
Yeah, I think that's more. I think that's more of a punishment than a fine.
You got to do something to get people to listen. How the hell are you going to get them to stop, violating these things? Everywhere I go, I see people not wearing masks and not sacrificing just a tad bit for the rest of mankind. Hey, Rocky, what's going on? I see Rocky is in the music room.
How's it going?
We're going well. We're talking about the stuff that people have actually sacrificed in order, to get through the pandemic. And Los Angeles is saying they're going to cut off. If you violate their party's mandate that they have, they will cut off your power and electricity, or your power and water.
Yeah, it's going to take stuff like that. I kind of was talking about that a long time ago when I first saw that the whole mask thing and all that was going to be politicized, and it was going to be, the talk shows and all that were going to make it like a wedge issue and all that, and you're going to have to choose sides. When that first started happening, I mean, you know how this ends. The police are going to have to step in, possibly the National Guard. People are going to wear masks, so they're going to have to be punished. We're going to have to get to that point.
It's terrible.
Meanwhile, while all that's building up, here we are shutting down. People losing business. People losing income.
Because people are not wearing masks.
People won't wear a mask.
I guess I just don't get it. Let's see.
But yeah, that is strange that people are cutting off the streaming. I would think people would be streaming more and cutting off more expensive stuff so they could stay at home and just pay, $8 a month for 500 Disney movies.
Because of you're right, but I'm telling you,
that's just really weird.
We cut Disney Plus because
you don't go to the movies anymore. You don't go. Your entertainment is not. You don't go to concerts. So your entertainment is so cheap now. $8 a month.
I have
$11
Netflix.
a month.
I have Netflix. I watched Abducted in Plain Sight yesterday.
Yeah.
It was what a friggin' movie.
I told you.
You guys, has anybody seen that besides Rocky? Nikki, you said you saw it, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think Doran saw it.
Doran saw it. Okay. It was, oh my God. This movie is friggin' unbelievable. It is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to talk about specifics or if anybody else wants to see it, kind of non-spoiled or whatever.
Maybe if we have time after the Great Morning Disaster quiz, we might talk about
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Maybe give them a day to watch it.
It's very bizarre.
Come back tomorrow and discuss it.
I was not expecting what the hell it was going to be. Holy crap.
And it just keeps on and on.
Oh, Melissa's in the chat room saying that she saw it and it was crazy. Yeah, it is. It is nuts. That's the thing about this. This is so crazy. All the stuff that happens. Yeah, we will talk about later. The mayor, by the way, I told you what they were doing in Los Angeles. Here's the exact opposite of that. The mayor in Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri, okay? You guys know that there was a picture of people partying in Missouri, okay? Like last week. They were all partying. There was no mask.
Was that the white trash party?
It was
that was Peoria.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was a big party at Lake of the Ozarks. So people, they were all out there with boats and.
I'm still going to call it a white trash party.
It was, but it just wasn't called that. The mayor of Lake of the Ozarks has said, he goes, all the pictures that they put up, they were basically looking to shame the people of the Ozarks. He says,
No, it was more like a travelogue. It was more like an advertisement.
he says those pictures trying to shame us ended up being great publicity because our numbers went up. And by the way, I will say this about Missouri. Missouri's COVID numbers aren't going up that much, right? I mean, they have a lot of partying going on, but I don't know what their COVID numbers are doing.
Well,
Unless they're
from what I
hiding the
understand
numbers.
about COVID, it's hard to transmit COVID outdoors.
Yeah.
COVID's more of an indoors thing.
Yeah. So I think there is something too.
That's why you put your mask on when you go into someplace.
Yeah.
That's the whole.
Like I drive with my window down. I never drive with my mask on. I don't want to look like some dick.
Which is why I think that I predict that outdoor concerts will make a comeback before like movies and restaurants and things.
I'm surprised
Outdoor events.
I'm surprised baseball doesn't have some kind of fans yet. I would think they would try to. I mean, baseball stadiums are
All
big
the
enough.
players have COVID.
Yeah, I know, but baseball stadiums are big enough where you could separate some people. I would think. What do I know?
They can't even keep it away from their players.
But listen, I saw the pictures from Lake of the Ozarks. These people are all partying, and they're saying they're not getting COVID, and their mayor's saying that it's been great publicity. Great publicity. And by the way, the mayor of Los Angeles isn't saying he's going to go after people having big parties in the park or having picnics. He's just going after people having house parties. I think Rocky's right. I think it's the fear is indoor events. All right, let me get to the mayor of Itahai. I'm sorry, I can't even pronounce it. Itahai, Brazil, says that he believes that rectal ozone therapy can treat coronavirus. And that the city is going to cover everyone's rectal ozone therapy.
For those of us who may not be enlightened,
explain this
what
to me
is
like I'm a 5-year-old.
Okay.
Smell my thought.
Here's how it works. It's a
how
simple.
about a 15-year-old? How about an 18-year-old?
It's a simple, quick application. All right. It's you apply this concoction. All right. It's an antibiotic, azithromycin, sort of like an antibiotic version of Z-Pak. All right, and in a cream.
Preparation Z.
And you rub it on your anus.
I'm in already. You had me at rub it on my anus.
Or you use a thin catheter and you insert it into your anus.
Or if you're around Nikki, you just use a finger.
Or you just have Nikki put it in there for you. And then if you have coronavirus, you somehow put it in your anus. And then
that's Uranus.
That's all the treatment is. You
what does this have to do with the ozone?
Well, I don't know what the ozone part is, but I know the rectal part.
Oh shoot.
There is. I don't know why
I'm out
they're
then.
calling it ozone treatment.
I was hoping for like a protective
ozone
layer on my
treatment. They
butthole.
don't even.
So this guy says that the city
Don't even bother to explain.
He says that the city will offer it for free to anybody who has COVID. But here's the thing. Scientists are saying this is not a proven effective drug against the coronavirus.
You think?
Really?
In fact, they think they're saying that this doesn't do anything except put a finger in your ass.
Sounds like this doctor has an ass fetish and just wants to be able to.
That's really too
poke
bad
people's
because
butts.
You think
That's really too bad because that would be awesome if that was the cure, and all these people had to go around and do that.
Oh, Bill Gates ain't putting a microchip up my butthole.
Yeah, like here's the cure. The cure is to stick your finger up your ass. There you go. So are you gonna get COVID or not? Because then you knew everybody that didn't have COVID has been sticking their finger up their ass. Which I don't know why I get a kick out of, but I really get a kick out of
them.
Yeah.
As really good friends.
Nikki, would you if somehow
Wow, she already said yes.
She already said yes.
Fingers and
She
asses,
said
she
yes.
doesn't even have to hear the question. Yes.
if somehow this becomes a proven effective method, would you help insert
No.
for me?
No.
You already said yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what they're doing in Itahai,
Yes and an okay.
Brazil, and the city's gonna pay for it. That's a great
Absolutely not.
That's a great city. They're paying for people's ass treatment.
It's a new definition for Brazilian.
God. All right, let's see. They still don't know what the long-term effects of beating coronavirus, but here is something that is showing up in everybody that has it, all right? Like, they don't know what all the long-term effects are. But here is something that anybody who gets COVID, everybody who gets COVID is getting this. It's the one symptom, and I can tell you my brother-in-law got this. Hair loss. You lose your sense of taste and your sense of smell, and you get hair loss. Like more than normal hair loss.
Nick, did you have COVID?
I've had COVID for the past 15 years.
It's amazing. I didn't know that.
I wonder if it's hair loss any place particular or just like hair loss from your head.
Can I get like body hair loss? Can I choose?
No, I don't think like.
Can I get this rug off my back?
I don't think like some big, a giant question form comes down from the sky and you check either hair loss or a head loss or a pubic loss. I don't think you get a choice. It just happens. But people recovering from COVID.
I just want to be smooth again.
People recovering from COVID have found that they have the effect of hair loss from the disease. Huh.
So this is how to know you've recovered from COVID.
Yeah, these are
not how to know you have it.
These are the people. Well, it starts when you have it, but after you recover, it continues on. So I don't know what the long-term effects of that are. God forbid, you'd hate if it keeps continuing. You know. Yeah, Yellow Fury's going. He'd like for the hair to stop growing in his ears. Yeah, if there was a way to actually pick and choose where you get the hair loss, it just doesn't work that way.
I would just like to slow the growth in my nose.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Out of everything else, I can handle. Just
nose hair.
I clip it, and then the next day there's 15 long hairs coming out.
I don't understand hair in the nose. But as I get ever since
I'd like to lose the crazy eyebrows.
When I hit 50,
the crazy eyebrows are the only thing you can't. You have to put on glasses to see the hairs, right?
Right.
But if you have crazy eyebrows, the glasses are on the eyebrows.
So you
then you have to do this weird thing like this.
You
try
can't
to pluck
trim
the
them.
eyebrow hair.
You can't trim it because.
Right. So you can look at your glasses and trim nose hairs and ear hairs, but eyebrow hairs, that's where the glasses are.
I had no idea.
What a conundrum.
I had no idea I had an eyebrow problem until I went to get my hair cut, and the girl goes, "Do you want me to do your eyebrows?" And I go,
God damn.
I go, "What?" She goes, "Do you want me to do your eyebrows?" And I go, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Your eyebrows." She goes, "Your eyebrows are intense." And I was like, I had no idea what she was talking about. And I said, "I guess." And so she took a comb. She took a comb, and she put the comb in my eyebrows. And that's the first time I realized, I was like, Holy shit! Look at how thick these eyebrows are.
Yeah.
And let me answer this phone. And I realized, oh my God, how thick. And then she goes zip and zipped across, and that's how she trimmed them. Let's go to the phone. Hello, you're on the Morning Disaster.
Raymond,
Hey, what's up, Derek?
what's going on, buddy?
How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great today.
Hey,
How are you?
Somebody told me that you guys are cleaning a wiener today.
We are. We're going to clean a big wiener today.
What time do you want me there? Hey,
We
Yeah, Ray's
actually
got his
have,
cleaning
uh,
gloves on. He's
We
ready.
have the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile coming in today. We're going to get it all cleaned up for him.
How in the hell who set that up? How did that happen?
We kind of ran into him a little bit, just got to talking with him, and I actually seen these guys out behind a hotel trying to get this thing cleaned up for the next thing, and I told him, you know what? Let me save you a little time. Come on by the shop, we'll get you cleaned up.
So you guys get lots of pictures, will you? Oh my
We will.
God.
We will.
I would give
Take
it,
video too.
I'd give it. I know. I wish we had a full-time mobile unit guy. I wish to God I could get someone to look like they're riding the Wienermobile. Wouldn't that be great? Just to get a picture of it. Oh my God. So
So I can honestly say after today, we officially clean wieners.
yes, yes. You guys are going to clean a big wiener. How many? I mean, how long is that going to take? That's a
We
big
should have
vehicle.
maybe an hour.
Hey, why are
It
those?
won't take too long.
Hey, Derek, let me ask you. Why they've been in town for like a week, and somebody told me they still got they're still gonna be in town another so many days. What are they doing in town?
They're doing several different things. They're set up in a lot of the stores, things like that. With this COVID stuff going on, they're trying to draw more attention to some of these stores, some of these businesses that they're trying to get back up and running. And that's kind of these people actually live close to this area.
Okay.
That are driving it this time because they only get a year. Once they're signed on, they can only drive it for a year and then they're done. So these guys are actually local, so you'll see it quite a bit here in town this year.
Oh, okay. So you're saying one of the guys that's driving it, or some of the guys driving it, are from Springfield. So
They're from the Springfield area, yes.
So that's why. It's because I've noticed it's been in the area for a lot.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, that's awesome. No, it's good. You guys, good luck cleaning out good luck cleaning the wiener.
We'll get some pictures
Does that
for you
wiener
today.
get a happy ending or anything?
Yeah. Is it how dirty is that wiener?
Say, don't neglect the bun.
There you go.
And don't neglect the buns. Make sure to take care of it. Get some pictures of you guys cleaning it. That'd be great.
I will do.
That's awesome, buddy.
All righty. Have a
my
good day,
God.
Raymond.
Thanks, man. Derek from Recon. That's awesome. They're cleaning the wiener. That's great. Oh my God. All right. Let me get back to finishing up my list that I had here. All right. Overall U.S. Overall daily cases. What was our daily Rocky? What was our daily case yesterday? What do you think? How many we have? How many in the United States did we have yesterday?
Oh, I don't pay attention to that.
Somebody take a guess. How many daily cases do you think we had?
60,000.
The whole country?
Yeah, in the whole country. Nick's pretty close.
12,000.
Nick's very close.
I'll get in the middle. I'll say 48,000.
You're close as well. It's 50.
Price is right.
We had 55,148 new infections of COVID yesterday.
I was closest without going
Yay
over.
for us.
Yeah, Rocky. I guess technically you'd win. You didn't go over.
Yeah. Rocky gets to go do the showcase.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, no, I get to play the game. I get
Rocky's
to do
pricing game.
Slinko first.
Rocky's going
Never
to
get
the
to spin the wheel.
I love that. Rocky's going to the showcase. What about deaths? How many deaths? The deaths are the saddest part.
Wow, this is even more fun than guess the beans in the jar. How many deaths from COVID? Let's get those numbers.
No, I'm telling you, yesterday there were almost 1,400 new people dead. Horrible. From this disease. But yet, I can understand people not wanting to wear a mask because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, this sniffles
Because
thing
they
is a
woke up-
bitch.
Yeah.
They woke up in a free country.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to become communist. Well, I'd be willing to bet those 1,400 people did not want to become dead. Oh well. Let's see.
We got a local representative that
I
got
saw
COVID.
that Rodney Davis got COVID.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gonna be a hard time to call a hoax now.
Well,
I'll
if it's
be
anything
damned.
like him, the virus won't do anything either. So
I like Rodney. He's a very good friend. He's a fantastic supporter of the Morning Disaster. However, within the last year, he has let me down. But not so
Goes
much.
back to what I'm always saying. Aren't you so tired of being disappointed by people?
Yeah.
That's all this is done. It's just I'm so disappointed in so many people.
It's disappointing. You know what, Rocky? That's a great point. It's not that I'm flat out
Everything
angry.
from mayors to friends, family to celebrities. I always bring up Chuck Woolery for some reason.
To listeners.
But
mean, I don't dislike. I like Rodney Davis. I don't dislike him. There's no hate towards him or anything, but I'm so disappointed in him. I'm certainly not happy the man got COVID. That's horrible. But I'm really, really disappointed in him. I guess it's a great way to describe so many people. Like I know someone who said, I'm not wearing a fucking mask. I don't care what they do to me. I will not wear a mask. And I was just like, man, I like that guy. I'm so disappointed he said that, you know? It just, I don't know. It's very disappointing. All right, last but not least. At least the number's going up a little bit. But they are asking people, I take it back. The number's going the other way. They are asking people if they will take the vaccine when it's ready. So they asked people in June this question. How many people, what was the percentage of people that said they will line up to take the vaccine? What was the percentage?
30%.
In June. No, that's low. That's way low.
53%.
Yeah, you got to know who's doing the poll here too. You got to know
That's
where.
low.
I mean, is this?
That's low.
69%.
It was 70% of people said they will take the vaccine as soon as it's ready.
That's more than I thought.
That was in June. Now the numbers came out yesterday, the new numbers, and guess what the number is?
It's lower.
It's down from 70% to what percentage?
45.
59.
42.
Really?
42. It fell.
Wow, that was a hell of a drop.
It fell almost 30%.
30% of people went stupid over a month.
And that's what people are saying. I don't know what's in it. I don't want that. I don't want that shit in my body. Oh my God.
I don't know. I would wait a week. I just kind of wait. I just kind of sit back and maybe wait a week.
By the way,
and see, like, you know, make sure people don't start turning purple or something.
I'm telling you,
growing a third ear.
You can trust the Food and Drug Administration. I hate to say this, but yes, I know there's a lot of parts of Democrat, or a lot of parts of a government you can't trust. But my God, you can trust. They're not gonna want to put a vaccine in you unless they know that the vaccine won't kill you. They're not going to.
Yeah, but
because these are drug manufacturers that want to make some sort of money off of this.
Yes, they don't want to get sued. I'm telling you, the Oxford study, and I can't think. I heard a podcast about this the other day, and there's another one. They said they're almost ready now, but they have to continue testing for so many months before they can say it's good enough for people.
There's like 3 of them that are pretty close to being ready.
And they have to test it, and they're paying human beings to take it right now, just so they can watch them and make sure that they're okay. All right.
Yeah, they're paying only $800, I believe.
And it won't be ready. They're just saying the earliest the one will be ready will be 2021. I know Trump was hoping we'd get one before Christmas. I think he was hoping we'd get one before Halloween. But it looks like they're going to wait until 2021 before they let anything go.
Before election
Well,
day.
it's not going to matter anything. The thing's going to go away after the election. So, I mean. there's no point in having a vaccine.
That's just ridiculous.
So can we have Halloween this year as long as everybody wears a mask?
It's
like
it's
some kind of
indoors.
rule where your Halloween costume has to have a mask.
I'll be honest. I think
Do we have to double mask?
because trick or treating's outside. Maybe trick or treating can go on, but I'll be honest. I would not go to a Halloween party.
The
Maybe
hot
the
costume this year will be a
stay in their
ninja.
driveway, and we could just drive by and throw candy at them.
Yeah. It'll be a good excuse.
A chance to throw candy at children?
We'll save some money.
Count me
They'd
in.
be aiming for the adult.
Now you'll have a reason to shut off your lights and not let kids into your home. Oh my God.
You ever been to a parade where you've had to like hand out candy to kids where you couldn't throw it, you had to hand it?
Yeah, I always throw it. I know we're not supposed to have it.
If you okay, well there's certain areas down here where when you had a parade we could throw them in certain areas, but certain areas we had to walk and actually hand the candy to little kids. You'd be shocked how many grown-ass adults push little kids out of the way with their big-ass hand out for like a little Tootsie Roll or something, or whatever.
Or them orange and black poverty wads.
It's like
the next big parade.
Grown people knocking kids out of the way for a tiny piece of candy.
The next
Anyway,
big
side
parade in
note.
Springfield will be, I think, the Halloween parade, unless they cancel it.
Of 2031 or
No, I mean, I know there's a Halloween parade that comes up in October. I don't know if they're going to cancel it or not.
They canceled a lot of the 4th of July ones.
Yeah, I would be shocked if it goes on, but I'm just trying to think of parades because we should do a float. We should do something. The Morning Disaster should do something.
We need to get in touch with the Wienermobile people.
Yes, to see if we can take the wiener. I'm just saying that
we can ride the wiener.
Like every year, I do that St. Patrick's Day parade, and
We
I've
need to
done
make
it.
one that looks like a Hitachi.
Yeah, I've done the Hitachi mobile.
You could advertise
the
the
Mr.
big
Hitachi
sausage
mobile.
balls. Advertise big fat sausage balls and have just two big sausage balls riding behind the Wienermobile.
We'll be the sausage mobile. We'll be right behind them. Big sausage balls.
Sponsored by Vic Sausage.
Yeah, it'll be Vic Sausage Morning Disaster parade float. That'll be our float as we
Or we can talk to the ice cream sandwich people and get one made like that. And those out.
That's fantastic. Oh, I
For
love
the most
it.
important meal of the day, here's an ice cream sandwich.
Oh, I love it. We got to do a float. We should do a Morning Disaster float coming up. But every year they say don't throw candy, don't throw candy. I sit in the front seat. I throw candy every year. I
There's
know.
places here where you can throw candy. That's fun too. They'll knock kids out of the way for that as well.
And usually,
Again, just blew me away. I didn't see a lot of that in Springfield. I think that happens more down here, where grown people just tossing kids out of the way. Give me candy.
Like I'm usually riding in the passenger seat of the MAY vehicle, and the person driving is like, "Don't throw candy. We're gonna get arrested." And I'm like, "I'm not driving," and I just toss candy into the crowd every year.
Oh, what a rebel!
I've never been. No, I'm just saying I've never been. No police officer has ever come up to me and said, "Hey, don't throw that candy." It's never happened.
They don't do that here. It would be after the parade is over. Guess what you're not doing next year? This parade. That's how.
Oh, they'd throw you out of the parade.
happen.
Oh,
Yeah, they throw you out of the parade.
no, I don't care if the station gets kicked out of the parade.
But you'd probably be fired by then anyway. So it's like,
Yeah, I mean, if history
somebody else's problem.
If history comes into play, I would be fired by the next parade anyway. So I'm just saying, in fact, I've had police officers ask, "Hey, toss me a," that have actually had me throw them a Tootsie Roll or something. If that's been my understanding.
Yeah, not supposed to
of
flash
parades.
people either, but that definitely happens.
Yeah. By the way, total cases of COVID in the United States is 5 million. We've had over 160,000 deaths. Worldwide, there is 18 million people. So 18 million people across the country, across the world, have had COVID. Over 5 million have been from the United States. Somebody do that math. Good Lord. There have been 700,000 deaths. Over 160,000 of them have come from the United States. Huh. I'll be damned. All right. That wraps up our COVID chat. Thank you so much for participating. Now you know what it's time for. Let me give you these rules, everybody. Number one, I don't want you guys screaming out answers in the chat room. All right.
Number two, see rule number one.
Yeah. Don't scream out answers in the chat room, guys. I cannot be serious enough for this because
somebody should type the phone number in the chat room so it's on so they can be seen.
Oh yeah, someone do that. Yeah. So
It's right at the bottom of the screen on Nick's.
Yeah, or look at Nick's screen.
Oh yeah, there it is. I thought that was just the other phone number, like repeated. I didn't even. All this time, I never even realized that was this phone number.
You've never read
the one that scrolls at the bottom is the phone number to call in.
All right, so there you go, everybody. Make sure that you are ready. I've got a bunch of questions. It's time for the Great Morning Disaster Quiz, which we will do right after this.
Make sure you check out the Morning Disaster app on iPhone and Android. You'll find the app in Google Play and the iPhone App Store. The app is brought to you by Recontex. It's time for you to get detail-oriented. They can clean your car inside and out, and consider this a tsunami warning. If you don't get a fresh coat of tsunami from Recontex, your car is going to look old and tired. Call 670-1132, 670-1132, and schedule your detail today. Recontex, 820 East Black Avenue, Springfield.
I wish I had some kind of quiz music. You know what I mean? I wish I had some sort of
like some 70s game show.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm talking
exactly,
about?
That one.
That I can ask these questions. It is time for the Great Morning Disaster Quiz. All right. Hold on, let me find. I think that's Herb Alpert did.
The Tijuana.
Yeah, that theme I was just humming. Rocky, that's Herb Alpert.
I was out of the room. What was it?
I was saying we need to get some kind of music, and I was like, I think. And I was like,
Spanish Flea.
I was like, I think that's Herb Alpert, right?
Spanish Flea.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
All right, let me. I'm trying to find it so I can play a little of the little Herb Alpert music. All right. Oh, here we go.
There it is.
I was gonna go get the record.
Yeah. All right, it's time for the Great Morning Disaster Quiz. Now, since the show got going again in April, we've had a lot of things that that have stuck. A lot of weird things. For example, are you rock hard? Which is what Nikki asks her men when she calls them in the middle of the night during booty calls. Hey, are you rock hard? It's 2 a.m. and I'm out riding. I'm out driving. Thought I'd swing by. So we've had a lot of those things that have stuck with the show. And that's what we're going to ask today in the Great Morning Disaster Quiz. I don't want anybody shouting out answers in the chat room. We want you to call 815-414-2125 in order to play the Great Morning Disaster Quiz. Question number 1. All right, everybody. What are the names of Rocky's cats? Question 1.
Oh, come on.
What are the names of Rocky's cats?
Nobody remembers that. Come on.
I'll tell you what. They'll remember them. I can guarantee you they'll remember them.
They remember one, but not the other one.
I that was originally I was gonna say. All I'm looking for is one, but I'll give you extra credit if you get two. But I think although one of your cats, we've only said the name a couple times, but
right.
But I think Terry once wrote it in the chat room.
Yeah, Terry will call in with the answer.
Yeah. All right. So there's question number 1 is, what is the name of Rocky's cats? All right.
Yeah.
Let's try to 815-414-2125. And by the way, I'm not even looking in the chat room because I don't want to see what anybody's putting. All right.
You should have somebody call in and then ask the question.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Oh yeah, they'll get yeah. If you want the game to last 6 hours,
yeah,
that's the way to do that.
There's a lot of questions, Nikki. There's a lot of questions.
Otherwise, we're going to sit here and wait because
Yeah.
nobody knows the answer.
The phone
But people know the answer.
ringing off the wall.
I mean, people know the answer to that, right? You know the
No.
answer. They don't.
That
know
is
the-
way too obscure. That was mentioned like one day for like 1 minute.
You don't think that anyone knows the answer of the names of your cats?
No.
I remember them.
Yeah, I know both of them.
I remember them.
Because one is very loud. And has a weird name. And by the way, both of them have weird names.
You should just ask multiple questions and see who can call in first with any of the answers.
All right, I do it.
If they're all going to be this hard.
Well, that was the first
Name
one.
something we talked about one day for 1 minute.
Here's another one.
Maybe we should just give the answer to that one and move on to the next one.
Here's the next one. What did Doran find in her pool filter? We mentioned.
Now, see, that's Doran. People were paying attention to that, so they'll get that one.
So now you're angry. Wait a minute. Let me get this
No,
right.
I'm not angry. I'm just saying that's a good because Doran. I mean, that's the story people were paying attention to.
So
Call in if you know the answer.
yeah, 815-414-2125. All right, this one should be easy. All right. What breakfast food did Nikki eat that made Doran horrified?
Yes, just make sure the phone works.
See, that one we even mentioned earlier, but
That one, there's a visual for that one. If you don't know the answer,
Yeah,
just
it's true. There's a meme.
go to the Facebook photos.
There's a meme.
Hard to miss.
There's a meme with that one. 815-414-2125. All right. So those are the first 3 questions. What are the names of
See,
Rocky's cats?
People are being greedy and asking if they win anything.
Well,
and of course it's Yellow Fury.
Yellow Fury, no. Yellow Fury, no. Everyone else, yes. I tell you what I have. I actually have these. I found them when I was looking for the videos. Well, Goose found them. Best of CDs. I have a ton of best of CDs. He goes, hey, you want best of CDs, bud? I go, what are you talking about? He goes, I found like 1,000 best of CDs. And I'm like, really? And so there's a ton of, if you guys really want something, I'll send you a best of CD if you get the questions right. So the first 3 questions. What are the names of Rocky's cats? What did Doran find in her pool filter? And what is Nikki's favorite breakfast food that Doran is horrified by? All right. Those are your first 3 questions.
Yeah, you only have to answer one of them, not all 3.
And by the way, yeah, I'd like for someone to actually answer a few in a row. Hello, you're on the Morning Disaster.
Hey,
Hello.
I know one of the answers.
All right. Number 1, who is this?
This is Melissa.
Hey, Melissa. How you doing? Which one are you going to take a shot at?
It's the one Dorn was disgusted by. It's the ice cream sandwich.
Oh, very right. It was the ice cream sandwich. Very good. You want to take a guess of the other ones? What did Dorn find in her pool filter?
Oh God, I can't remember that one. I don't know if I was listening that morning. I want to say, oh God, what would be so just what would you find in a pool filter?
She found it in a
A
pool
dead bird.
No, it was not a dead bird. That's a good guess though. And what are Rocky's cats' names? Any idea?
Oh God, I'll guess what my cat's names are: Seymour and Miss Kitty. I don't know.
Those are way too normal for Rocky's cats.
Yeah.
Those are
Kitty was the first cat we ever had.
You had a cat named
Kitty
Kitty?
passed away.
Really?
Yeah.
You had a cat named Kitty. That's wonderful. Well, Melissa,
Actually, I have 3 cats. Actually, it's Seymour, Boots, and Miss Kitty. So.
Seymour, Boots, and Miss Kitty.
Yes.
That's, by the way, that's Hillbilly Joe's ex-wife's name, Miss Kitty.
Oh my God.
Just thought I'd pass that along. Well, very good, Melissa. If you send me your address, I'll send you a best of CD. Very good. You got.
Okay.
You did.
Thanks.
You got the ice cream sandwich right. Congratulations.
Yeah, that one I clearly remember hearing that one, thinking that's not that disgusting.
Yeah.
I would do that.
I would, but then I couldn't make fun of Nikki. So.
That's true.
Thank you, dear. Very good.
Thanks.
All right, here's another question. What did Dorn break in Jamie's house? Listener Jamie's house. Jamie had a party years ago, and Dorn was at the party, and she broke something in his house. There's a good question. Here's the next one. When Ray talked about a taint, Rocky referred to it as what? This was I like. Did everybody know?
I said it was the male version for taint.
Yeah.
I always heard taint had a male version, and this word was that.
And by the way, it's the first time I had ever heard it is when you said it. I had never heard that word before.
First time I heard that term was in one of the Jackass movies.
Yeah, I had no idea what that was. It's a word that jackasses would know.
I think it's more northern.
I had never.
Taint's more southern.
Never heard of it before. Good morning. You're on the Morning Disaster. Hello.
Good morning. She broke the bed.
I'm sorry. What is it?
Dorn broke the bed.
Very good. Do you know any of the details?
They had a big party, and it was the bartender, I believe.
It was a 26-year-old bartender that Dorn ended up seducing, and they broke the bed. Which, by the way, is a great story. And I'm sure she would appreciate me telling it now. The sex was so violent and so rough, they broke the bed. That was great. You want to take a shot?
Couldn't take it.
You want to take a shot at any of the other questions?
I can't remember what she found. I can't remember. I listened and I don't remember what she found in the pool filter. A bird, maybe?
Do you know what Rocky's cat's names are?
No, I don't remember.
When I called it a taint, Rocky referred to it as what?
Undercarriage? No.
No.
I don't know.
I'll give you the next one. Name 3 songs done by Jason.
Mr. Hitachi.
Yeah.
Over Lover.
Oh, just 2?
I don't know.
Wow.
I can't think of the third one.
That was pretty good. Over Lover.
2 out of 3.
Mr. Hitachi.
That ain't bad.
Yeah. The third one he sampled. I'll give you a hint. The third one he sampled me saying it. And
it was a Bon Jovi parody.
And it was a Bon Jovi song, yeah.
Senior Snatch. No.
I'll give it. You actually said the snatch. Yeah. What was it? What was it, Jason?
Shave your snatch for me.
Shave your snatch for me. Who is this?
Diane.
Congratulations, Diane. Very good. You got.
Thank you.
You got a lot of them. I'm gonna ask you the next question. See if you can get it.
All right.
Ray wants a girth injection for his penis. Where will the doctor get the fat from to make the girth?
Your butt.
No, not the butt.
know.
We
All right.
specifically had a name for it. That's pretty good,
Oh.
Diane. That's pretty good. I'm very,
All right.
very proud of you. Good job. Send me your address. Send me your address and message. I'll get you a best of CD. That's
All right.
fantastic.
Maybe she deserves a couple for answering
Yeah.
a few of them in a row there.
That's fantastic, dude. She got. I can't believe she got Jason's 3 songs. I mean, I can understand Mr. Hitachi.
Well, yeah, he played that one so much it was kind of stuck in everyone's minds.
Yeah, I can understand that one, but I can't believe she got Over Lover. That was just like a couple days. Wow, that's pretty good. All right, you guys, I'm gonna let Nikki. Why don't I let you answer? 'Cause I don't think anyone's gonna get the first question. Nikki, what are Rocky's cats' names?
Squeakers and Gordon.
Yeah, Squeakers and Gordon. Squeakers is a loud one that I love.
Right.
I lovingly recall to him as Squeak, and Rocky looked offended when I said Squeak.
No, that's his nickname. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Squeak.
Yeah. So I like Squeakers and Gordon, and Gordon is the more calm of the two. I do know that. What did Doran find in her pool filter, Nikki?
A condom.
Yeah, she found a condom in her pool filter. When Ray talked about the taint, Rocky referred to it as the.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Oh, you don't remember this? Nikki?
I remember.
Mm-mm.
Jason,
The
you remember?
gooch.
It was the gooch. Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
he referred to it as the gooch. Ray wants a girth injection. Where's the doctor going to get the fat to inject?
Fupa?
From the where?
Fupa?
The fupa, yes. Yeah, it's very good. All right, let me ask some new ones now. Let me continue on.
You're getting 3 best of CDs.
Yeah. Yeah, Nikki, congratulations. Send me your address.
No way.
All right, guys. 815-414-2125. Here's your next question for the Great Morning Disaster Quiz. What did listeners say Doran looks like? When listener Jamie called in, he specifically said Doran looked like what? I think this is one of my favorite moments. This is one of my favorite moments on the show. Jamie specifically said Doran looked like what? Who is this? Go ahead. You're on the Morning Disaster.
This is listener Adam.
Hey, Adam. What did Jamie describe Doran as?
I was gonna call in and answer the one about the taint, but
we'll see if you know this one.
Oh, so you knew the taint one?
yeah.
What did Rocky call it?
Wasn't it the gooch?
It was the gooch. Yes.
Yeah. The male version of taint.
You don't remember what listener Jamie said Doran looked like?
It was something in regrets. Oh man, it's just that second half that I.
I'm going to ask you the next question.
Okay.
Nick is attempting to become a star on what platform?
TikTok.
Very good at TikTok.
No, that's incorrect. It's Pornhub.
It's not.
I thought that was phase 2, Nick.
All right, here we go. How does Nikki stimulate a man's prostate?
Oh, God.
Adam, how does Nikki stimulate a man's prostate?
Well, okay, we're talking about Nikki, so it's probably not the general or the usual kind of way, which would be like a finger. So,
there was
I'll just throw this.
There was a finger, but the discussion was. I don't want to give it away, but the discussion was.
I think Nikki does it the usual way.
Yeah.
The discussion was Nikki is the discussion was not only does Nikki all right, here we go. Here's the discussion. We said that Nikki plunges the finger into the anus, and then pulls it out and actually goes.
Says, "What a good boy am I."
Yeah, what? No, I think we said you plunge the finger in the anus, then you take it out and go. That's a vintage 1981.
I don't think so. That's just disgusting.
An anal connoisseur or sommelier.
Yeah.
We'd also accept ice cream sandwich.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the name of the maneuver now.
This, by the way, I thought this was the hardest question of any of the questions I thought this next one was the hardest question of any of the questions we came up with. What did Doran offer as a wedding gift for Hillbilly Joe?
Oh gosh.
And this is something that happened on one show, was one segment on one show, but she actually put it on camera so everybody could see it, what she was going to order, what she was going to give him. Does anybody?
Yeah, I.
Anybody on the show remember this?
I remember it.
What was it? What was it, Jason?
It was a leopard printed toaster.
Holy shit, you do? Yeah, it was a leopard printed. It was a dented leopard printed toaster that she said she was
I
gonna
never
give.
would have got that.
Wow, that's pretty good. I wouldn't have got it except TJ came up with that question, and he gave me the answer. I'll be damned, Jason. Good job. I should have asked Jason the question. Let's see. What did Hillbilly
Well,
Joe?
he's already got like 2 right, so he's already got like 2 CDs coming.
I have them all digitally.
Yeah.
No, I mean the caller already has 2 right.
Adam, you've already won some CDs?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'll take some.
Did you? I mean, did you get which ones did he get right?
Whatever the one was after the
gooch.
You got the gooch.
Yeah, and he did talk about Nikki plunging her finger into a man's anus.
Oh, yeah, he said it was the normal.
Yeah. Nikki even went on to describe the prostate.
No.
She described.
Stop.
She described the taste. No. All right, Adam, send me a message and I'll get you best of CDs. Good job.
All right, I can do that.
Thanks, buddy. All right, I have more. I have more questions. He got the platform that Nick is trying to become a star on. It is.
That's what he got right. Yeah, the
not
TikTok.
Pornhub, it is TikTok. What did Hillbilly Joe force? I love this question. What
this one should be easy because we've discussed it so many times.
What did Hillbilly Joe force his ex-wife to do when she told him she was assaulted? She was sexually assaulted. I hate to laugh at this, and I'm not laughing at anyone's sexual assault. I'm laughing at how ridiculous this whole scenario was.
Literally trivializing it. Literally.
I am trying not to. Good morning. You're on the Morning Disaster.
Morning, Ray.
How you doing? Who is this?
Pete.
Hey, Pete. All right, Petey. What did Hillbilly Joe force his ex-wife to do when she told him she was sexually assaulted?
See, I only heard half the question before I dialed. I was going to say it was write an apology letter.
Yes, that's absolutely right.
That's it.
Yes.
And by the way, didn't Jamie say it was regrets and bad decisions?
Yes.
Yeah, there's 2 of them he's got.
Yes. Jamie
And see,
said
the other one I had it wrong on, and I thought she broke the bartender actually.
Well, that too.
that's pretty good. Oh God. I don't know why I love that story about Hillbilly Joe forcing his ex-wife to write him an apology letter after telling him.
Say, aren't we still waiting on his apology letters for skipping out on the car wash bit?
Yes, we're never going to
I
get
would
there.
hope so. Jesus Christ.
All right, Pete, I'm gonna ask you some more questions if you get them right. Who did Ray call and had a long conversation with, thinking he was talking to Nick the whole time? This is a hard question, but it's a true story.
Was it Wes?
Yes. Well, you're on a roll. It was Wes. I talked to Wes for like an hour and had no idea. I thought it was Nick. Had no idea it was Nick. All right, here's the next question. Who ruined the big deal Ray worked out because he couldn't keep his fat mouth shut?
Oh, this one's too easy. That's showing.
Yeah. And last but not least, this is the last question. All right. An unnamed individual called me and said he had a desire to put his transvestite alter ego down the Oakland A's third baseline. What was her name? His transvestite alter ego.
That would be Babette.
Yes. Yes. It was Babette. Very good. You got them all. Pete, we should have let Pete try to. Would you have gotten them all?
I would have got most of them, not all of them.
That's not
But
bad.
that's what I'm saying. You got to spread around the CDs.
That's pretty
Have
good.
multiple people.
I wish I'd have come up with more. I think guys like Petey listen to a lot of shows and they have a good memory. I think he would have gotten more.
Some of us are actually smart too,
Yeah, you remember this stuff. Would you have known Rocky's cats' names?
Oh hell no!
I should have put that. I should have put that as the last question. I should have reversed them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, nobody's gonna know.
No idea.
Well, that's what I mean. That way, it would have been, it would have been harder.
I knew when I saw the list,
we got
I
it
thought
out of the
was
way.
Too easy.
And I remember you talking about the male taint, but until somebody else said it today, I was like, I'd never heard it before. So no, I remember the conversation. I just couldn't remember what the word was.
It was the gooch, the big gooch.
Yeah, I got that from today, but I didn't remember it.
That's fantastic. Well, Petey, fantastic, my friend. Thank you. If you want, I think you got all the best of CDs, but if you want another copy, send me your address. And I'll send it to you. Thank you, partner. I appreciate it. That's fantastic. Thank you. That was good. That was real good job. Good job, Petey. Good job, everybody. I know that I didn't think it was I didn't think it was super hard. I'm really happy that
That's what I'm saying. Once we get that cat question kind of out of the way,
yeah,
then it wasn't too bad. So
no, I think you're right.
That was at the beginning.
I should have switched it around. I should not have
let off with that one.
Yeah, I definitely should not have let off with the cat question. My bad. But you live and learn, right? That's how it works. You live and learn. All right, this has been the Great Morning Disaster quiz.
Oh yeah, what happened to the music? We need like a 20-minute long Herb Alpert song.
I forgot, and I let the music.
Does he do medleys?
It ran out. It ran out because I forgot about it. All right, if anybody else wants to ask us questions,
We might get shut down for playing that.
you think so?
I mean, that's the head of A&M Records. He's literally the A.
They might shut us
He
down.
is.
All right, everybody.
He's the A of A&M Records.
If you want to ask us some questions now, you can feel free in the chat room. Go ahead and ask us a question. I really enjoyed it. I like the quiz today. And by the way, I think we could have had like 50 more questions if we really wanted to.
Well, that's what the future's for.
Yeah, good job.
The
you
next
guys.
installment.
But I got to be, there was so much stuff like when TJ was asking me questions or was giving me questions. There was stuff that I didn't even know. Even to this day, and I was so embarrassed that I didn't know it. I just and I never got the answer. I'm like, well, of course everyone knows that. I didn't even know it. I didn't reference. I was gonna reference Rock Hard and some of Nikki's more.
Speaking of which, that's Yellow Fairy's first question for you.
What?
He wants to know if you're rock hard.
Thank you, Yellow Fury. I hold on. I am not. I look to make sure.
He's fairly flaccid.
Yeah. Thank you, Nikki.
I'm Rocky Hard.
The quiz is hard. I'm not. Oh my God. Yeah, so if you guys want to ask us questions, go right ahead. We'll see if we know the answers. But I got to be honest. This show has had, for some reason, since this show started up again in April, there have been so many moments that are just, referenced over and over again. I got to be honest. The one that got me was that Shave Your Snatch for me. That's the one that I didn't think anybody was going to get.
Well, you see, you could have even added a fourth bonus one and put, like, which one did I write that you did on the air before I started recording them myself.
I don't remember. What? Oh, Overload?
The Sean Ballent Tiny Penis one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, literally, they could have
submitted that one,
They
too.
could have, yeah. They could have guessed 4 of them. That's pretty good. What temperature does Raymond's kid want it at? Yeah, my daughter likes the house in under 70, and I insist on. I got to tell you, last night, you guys, I'm not joking. I almost moved out last night. My house was so fucking cold. I was like, that's it. I'm grabbing my blanket and I'm sleeping in the garage. I was going
to say, where are you going to move out to? Garage makes sense.
I don't know where I don't know where I would move out to. Here's my hope. My hope is that if I bitch about it enough, that maybe someone in this house would decide they love me enough to, you know what? Let's give him, at least let's compromise. But it's not going to happen.
What you're doing is called escalating.
Well, I'm trying to compromise.
Sounds like what you need to do, Ray, is to get one of those little locking cages that goes over your thermostat.
No, I need
like they have in a lot of buildings.
I need a
roommate.
roommate.
You can set it to one temperature, lock it, and throw away the key.
Give the wife an extra step. Basically, now the wife has to unlock it before she changes the temperature.
Yeah. Listen,
if the key can't be located, she can't.
I don't even have control over my money. You think she's going to allow me to have control over?
She would be the one with the key.
Yeah. Yeah, trust me. That lock would be on for literally 2 minutes before she'd fucking destroy that and put her own lock on and say, well, now it's at 68 all the time. I'm telling you, what I need is a roommate who likes it warm. That's what I need.
I'm handing out a key to everybody with a job.
Yes. And I wouldn't get shit. That's what happens in my world. I was so cold last night. I swear to God, man. I was freezing. The hair on my hand, on my arm, was like the hairs were sticking straight up. That's how cold I was. I got so sick last night. I don't know what was wrong with me, but I ate normal. I had like a ham sandwich, and then afterwards I got violently sick. And then my wife goes, "This is how much she loves me and how much she cares for me." She goes, "If you have COVID, you're moving the fuck out." She goes,
hotel for you.
Yeah. She goes, she goes, "And if I wake up, I better not find you facing me, coughing your COVID all over me." And I'm like, oh my God. I don't have COVID. I had a stomach issue. And she was convinced somehow that I had somehow contracted COVID. Which, by the way, one of my daughter's good friends has COVID. My first question was, oh my God, she hasn't been around her. And my wife goes, what? And I said, she hasn't been around it. I said, her dirty friends. I go, her dirty. My wife goes, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm hoping that she hasn't gotten. My wife says, no, she hasn't been around her, and don't call her friends dirty. And I was worried about my daughter. I don't want my daughter getting COVID, you know. And I'm like, I go, well, Bella hasn't talked to her, has she? And my wife goes, yes, her good friend. Her friend has COVID. Of course she spoke to her. But she goes, COVID isn't transmitted over the phone. Of which, by the way, I do know that. I know it's not transmitted.
Not yet.
I know it's not transmitted over the phone. But I meant
5G.
I meant like my daughter hasn't in person been talking to her lately. That's all I meant. I hope for her friend seems like a nice kid. I hope that it's okay. But I was was worried.
Yeah, but your daughter comes first.
Yes, thank you.
Worry
Yeah.
about your daughter first.
I mean, yeah. I wasn't saying that I want her friend to die or anything. So I like the girl. She's a nice girl. But I was wanting to make sure that my daughter was safe. It's a perfect reaction. Of course, this is coming from a woman who was convinced because I vomited and had stomach issues that somehow I had COVID. Which, by the way, I don't even think that's a sign of COVID, is it?
The diarrhea is.
Oh, see, I've had diarrhea for like over a week.
You got the COVID.
No.
Hair loss.
I don't have any hair loss. At least I don't think I do. Nikki,
Did you check everywhere, Ray?
Nikki, did you have hair loss because Nikki's convinced she had COVID in February. Did you have hair loss?
No.
Then you didn't have COVID.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I got really ill yesterday. It was more like the symptoms were more like I ate something bad than I contracted COVID. But my wife, of course, immediately jumped to the conclusion that I had COVID. Oh, well. Let me see. What do I have here? DC wants to know if I ate a red onion because he says red onions have salmonella. Is that true? No, I didn't know that. I haven't had a red onion.
He recalled all the onions.
Did they recall the red onions? Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I had the other day? I shouldn't have because it had it's really bad for you. But they had commercials running during the NBA games for Whoppers.
You went ahead and got one.
Do you guys know that right now
you were talking about it? The two for $6 or whatever.
$2 for $5. Now, I didn't have two. I had one Whopper because the commercial made the Whopper look so fucking good. I had a Whopper. I think that's what started my diarrhea.
It probably is.
Obviously, this show is not sponsored by Burger King, and probably will never be.
No Whoppers for you.
We can always count on Rocky to be the voice of reason. By the way, in the chat room, I see that some of the questions are going on. I like this one. What is the? They're talking about the temperature that my daughter likes. And I said it's very, very cold is the temperature she likes, almost below freezing, And then someone brought up.
Yeah, I think you said it was 68.
Yeah, it was
67 or 68.
They prefer 68. They prefer under 70. That's my wife and daughter. They prefer it to be under 70. Meanwhile, I think 74 is cool. I think that's a cool temperature. 74 is fine.
Yeah, most people said 72 was
Yes.
the ideal, or 73.
Say
Mine's
72
at
is what I usually keep mine at.
75, so
72 is too cold. I think 77 is livable and fine. But some people.
Good Lord.
Here's another one. They said, what did I find in my daughter's room? It's the most mad I've ever been. The most mad I think literally the most angry I have ever been in my life, and I've described this, was the time, and I was thinking about it. It wasn't in this current house we're in. It was when we lived in Chatham. There was a time that my daughter, and by the way, our power bills in Chatham were fucking outrageous. They were insane. It's like
sound like my dad again.
Rocky, they were like $400 and some odd dollars a month.
Okay, well, yeah, it's a little outrageous.
And this is why they were so much money. Because my fucking daughter would turn the air down, and my wife too. My wife is the one who trained her to this.
Yes.
This was not. She didn't learn this this from me. When I grew
This
up,
is how you do it.
yes. When I grew up, we didn't have air conditioning. We just had to deal with it. We didn't have air conditioning. We had a fan.
Yeah.
That went in other. It switched rooms. You know what I mean? Like,
A box fan that just had the handle on it. Okay, we're gonna put it over here now.
And then they would bitch, Mom, so and so's got the fan. It's my week. It's my week. My little brothers would cry like bitches. And so in the middle of the night, I would sneak and go to their bedroom and steal their fan. And then they'd wake up in the morning and say, my nickname was Butch. They go, Butch got the fan. He stole the fan in the middle of the night. And I'd be like, you little pussy, shut up. Say, what do you care? You were sleeping when I took it. You were sleeping. Crying about the fan because I snuck in the room. But my daughter got up in the house. All right, this is when we were in Chatham. She turned the air down to 60 some odd degrees. This was like an 80 some odd degree day in Chatham. All right.
Right.
We got $400 power bills. My daughter cranks the air down to like 62 degrees or whatever. And she turned on a space heater. Oh my God. I literally, I felt my heart stop. That's how angry I was. I think it's the only time, I mean, I don't remember ever being angry at my daughter. And seriously, she's 18 and I don't ever remember being angry at her except this one time I could have strangled her. I was so angry. I'm like, I'm paying $400 a month power bills and you've got the fucking space heater going in the middle of summer when it's 85 degrees outside. Oh, I swear, I was livid. I was livid. I could have killed. That's how that's how mad I was. And I know some people are going, oh.
Yeah, you said you were so upset that you just went, and turned.
Yeah. And by the way, this is how big she
said, there she stayed with the space heater.
This is how big a wimp I am. I'm such a wimp. I go, I'm so angry. And then I turned and walked out. I still
at least slam the door as you left.
No, because I'm too kind to father. I'm too kind.
That would have created a breeze that would have made the space heater work even harder. So yeah, no door slamming.
Cheryl in the chat room goes, I'm surprised it didn't rain in your living room. Absolutely. She could have caused some kind of weather phenomena in my house.
Condensation.
Causing
create your own cloud.
Yeah, which would cause mold.
Maybe with the warm air and the cold air, she could have created a tornado in the room.
I'm telling you. It's the angriest I've ever been. And she goes, I do remember asking her, I go, why do you have the space heater on? Oh, because it's cold. She also had an electric blanket plugged into the wall. And I go,
just laying there.
I go, oh, so you're cold. Why are you cold? It's just cold. I felt like saying, here's why you're cold. Because you've hit the thermostat down to 50 friggin' degrees. I'm even getting mad talking about it now. So that's why you're cold. I said, if you're cold, do you know how you could warm it up like this? And my daughter
Yeah, I don't know how I can warm it up. That's why I got the space heater.
Yeah. I go, you could open the window. You could open the window to outside and literally like that, it would be 80 some odd degrees. Or I said, if you want, you could go down the hall and you could hit the thermostat on a normal temperature, like 74 degrees. And you wouldn't need a electric blanket or a space heater or anything. I think it's the most mad I've ever been in my life. I think that's the angriest I've ever been. Is when
you told him to like open up a window. I mean, like that wouldn't have worked with my dad. I was talking about how my dad was like the king of the air conditioner. Nobody could touch it. It couldn't get turned on. Somebody had to get sick first. His whole thing, if the air was on and a window was cracked or the door or somebody walked into the house and the door
wasting
was
air.
open for more than like 1.5 seconds, I just were heating the whole goddamn neighborhood, or cooling off the whole goddamn neighborhood.
I wish your dad was alive just to come spend that summer with us. So he could explain to my daughter why you don't ever in the summer have to turn on an electric blanket and a space heater. Like my wife got me an electric blanket for fucking Father's Day. Are you kidding me? That's her solution. When I talk about the misery I'm in from it being too cold in here, she got an electric blanket. Oh, here you go, honey. Here's an electric blanket. Oh, my God. You've got to be kidding me. And she might come home and say, I noticed you're not using your electric blanket. Why are you not using it? I go, oh, because it's 95 fucking degrees outside. That's why I'm not using an electric blanket.
It's also 2020. Not 1979.
Well, and number two, because I'm not 82 years old.
Right.
Oh, my God. I'm telling you. It took everything in my power. I could have walked into my garage and gotten a baseball or a softball bat and beaten the hell out of that space heater. That's how angry I was. But I didn't.
I'm glad that ended with space heater. I was wondering where you were going.
No. My point is I'm so easy on my child. I would never even yell at her, let alone, be anything violent. But I was so angry that day. I swear to God, that's the maddest I've ever been in my life. I think is when I saw her using a space heater in the middle of summer. And I think my niece might have been living with us at the time too. So this would have been a few years back, but oh my God, I was livid. And still, there's no understanding of my feelings whatsoever, which I think is the most hurtful part of this. They should at least take under consideration. Like my wife should at least be like, well, I know that this causes you pain and that you have a problem with it. And at least I thought about it before I cranked the air down to 67 degrees. I at least thought about you before I went ahead and did what I wanted to do.
More like, I don't want you getting too comfortable in here and getting all warm and fuzzy with the couch and then not going and getting that job. So I'm going to turn down the air to about 67
to motivate
keep you up and around.
So you think this is all because I don't have a job? You think if I would get a job, No, I'm telling you.
She would have at least given you the space heater.
No.
Where did that end up?
Yeah, by the way, you think they would just give the space heater to me so I can at least keep my area of the house warm. I don't understand. It's ever since we had a child, My wife never, Rocky, you knew my wife in her 20s. She never acted this way. There was never, there was never an issue. It was after we had the kid. Then she knew she had me locked up. She knew that I was a beaten man at that point, and I would lose because it became 2-1.
Did she always project it onto like your daughter? Like, well, it's too cold for her, or it's too hot for her.
A lot of that.
We're gonna
Yes.
turn this down.
Yeah, and we vote on things. You know what I mean? We determine things based on a vote. It's like, what do you want for dinner? Oh, I want you know, a healthy stir fry. Oh, I want a goddamn healthy stir. Oh, well, let's take a vote. What do you want? I'll take some sloppy joes or something. Okay, well,
if you think 2 against 1's bad, try 5 against 2.
I'm telling you, it's horrible. It's horrible. Because I lose every single anything.
I think I'm in the mood for some stir fry too.
Yes. A lot of this is going on. What do you think? What do you think, Bella? I think we should have the stir fry. Oh my God. Yeah, it's horrible. It is terrible. I mean, that's the disrespect I get. Like now my daughter's got a boyfriend and the boyfriend will be over, right? Okay. And they'll be talking about what kind of dinner to have or something. And he literally, I don't know how he gets a fucking vote, but somehow they're taking under consideration what he wants. And I'm like, what? You're asking the boyfriend? We're finding out what my wife
boyfriend's
wants.
got more pull in your house.
Yes,
Than you do.
the boyfriend doesn't live here. The boyfriend only visits, and he's got more pull than I. You've got to be kidding me. Somehow my opinion is less important than the boyfriend's now. That's how low I have fallen on the totem pole.
Well, he's a guest.
Yes, and that's my wife. She goes, I'm like, you know, because I have to eat by certain times, or else, you know, because I fast, so I can only eat at a certain time. And I was complaining. I go, you know that I have to eat by this time, you know, and why are we eating so late? Because I won't be able to eat. Oh, well, you know, she's got to make it for Bella and her boyfriend. I'm like, well, that completely screws me. And she gives me that look like, you know, like she doesn't say it, but you could tell she's thinking, well, you can skip a few meals. You'll be okay. I get a lot of that, you know.
Boyfriend better pay attention because that's what's coming soon.
Yeah.
For him.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. I hope that boyfriend's watching. Yeah. Stick around, buddy. You'll eventually they'll be over, you know, they'll be asking the cats for the cat's decision. You'll be passed over as well. Yeah, but I get no say. In my own house, I get no say. I also don't have a paycheck, which I guess puts me underneath everyone else's decision. The morning disaster.
Yeah, does the boyfriend have a job?
Yeah.
What's the question?
By the way, the boyfriend has several jobs. So I think that's
they all do now. All these side hustles and everything. And
yes. I mean,
I couldn't keep up with all that.
I mean, I like my daughter's boyfriend's he really is a nice kid. But he works at like 4:30 in the morning or something. And my wife, Rocky, you'll get a kick out of this. My wife actually says, she goes, oh my God. She goes, I can't believe this kid has to wake up at 4:30 in the morning for work. Oh my God. How does anyone do that? And I'm like, son of a, what do you mean? How does you're married to a man who's done that for 30 freaking years.
Right.
And you're impressed.
You used to do it every day.
You're impressed because our daughter's 19-year-old boyfriend does it? It's like, wait.
Oh, well, he's going to a hard working job, I meant. Not like what, you know, I'm going to sit and talk on the radio. He's going to a hard job.
Yes. That's exactly.
Where he has to work.
That's exactly the kind of attitude I get. Oh, well, he works hard because he works like a golf course or something, you know.
Right.
Well, I can't believe that poor kid has to wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm like, wait a minute. You're married to someone who's had to wake up at 4:30 our entire marriage. What in the hell? You feel sorry for him? well, he's got it rough. And you're right, Rocky. There is that implication of, well, his job is physical. Yours is more, the implication.
Relaxed.
The implication is anyone can do your job.
Right. Yeah.
They could take any asshole. They could take any asshole, and they could do. My wife has actually said before. She has said that anyone can do my job. And just recently, I said. She actually said something that made me go, Are you claiming that any imbecile can do what I do? And she goes, well, Chris Murphy did replace you. And I went,
That's kind of hitting below the belt, don't you?
No, Rocky knows. I went, touche. I'll give you that. Yeah, I'll give you. I mean, I'll give you that. So
Gary Sharon replaced Sammy Hagar.
Yeah, I guess.
You know,
he was replaced.
Adam Lambert replaced Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
There you go.
Maybe she's right. Maybe she was right.
That's where you come back on that.
Yeah. Oh well. But it is true. I mean,
who's the one guy that replaced Rob Halford and Judas Priest? The guy that won the contest or something?
Yeah, it was like for
all kinds of replacements. Doesn't mean better.
Yeah.
So you got the Asian guy that replaced Steve Perry in Journey.
Yeah, but don't you get the feeling with Journey that if Steve Perry wanted it, he could have that job again?
Possibly.
Everybody actually thinks the new feature is actually pretty good.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He sounds a lot like Steve Perry.
Well,
Nobody's saying that about Gary Sharon.
Or Chris Murphy. Okay, so this show is brought to you by our friends over at Recon Techs, 670-1132. That's 670-1132. Get yourself a detail right now and include a steam cleaning and disinfectant right now at Recon Techs at the corner of 9th and Black. Also, it is brought to you by our friends at Core Installation. Core Installation right now, not only do they have furniture, I always talk about let Corey get you a chair. If you're listening to our show from an uncomfortable chair, let Corey get you a new one. I always say that. But now, if you need sanitizer or you need wipes or you need masks or any of any stuff to fight the COVID, gloves, you can get them at Core Installation Furniture and Supply at 741-1079. That's 741-1079. Core Installation. Go ahead and listen. I know right now people need wipes. They need sanitizer. They need masks. You can get them at really good prices as well. Just call Corey today and let her help your business or you personally order them. And DTE Technologies. That's DTE 408-0001. Let DTE Technologies become your company's IT person. Let DTE Technologies do it. They'll work with you. They're always on call. They'll find ways to help you save money. They can get you phone service as well as take care of all your internet needs. DTE Technologies. That was fun today. I liked the quiz today. We should do that again sometime. Maybe we will. Tomorrow's show, Rocky, are you ready? Tomorrow, subscriber show. If you would like to be able to get it, subscribe at our Patreon page, patreon.com/morningdisaster. This is the only way you'll be able to hear the show live tomorrow is by subscribing on Patreon. And we'll come at you at 8:00 with another show. And by the way, Vic has a parody song we're going to debut tomorrow. You'll hear the singing stylings of Vic, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness!
I can't wait to hear that one.
You'll hear that tomorrow. Plus, we're going to hear. Do we want to do the reload, Rocky? The reload. That's.
Oh, you should. You should.
I wanted.
That is such a good bit.
So we could get from Rocky, and I wonder. I don't want to promise it, but I'll call Bodine today and see what his schedule's like tomorrow, and see if there's any way he can join us for a little bit of that. It would be nice if I could get his take.
Yeah, I'll
on-
see if I can find the. I'll see if I can find the uncensored one.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, let me know if you have that. Because
I'll tell you, I'd love to someday hear the uncensored Jim stupid questions.
Yeah.
Jim's questions are great. Let me call Bodine and see if he's available. If Bodine can do it, we'll definitely do Reload Rocky. If not, we might want to do the Jim's questions for tomorrow. Either way, that's what's coming up on the subscriber show. You got a new song from Vic and some instance of Rocky getting very angry. That's what'll be on tomorrow's show. All right. So definitely join us starting at 8 o'clock tomorrow. And make sure if you become a fan of the show, we'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. It's only $5 a month. And by the way, if you're a big Rocky fan, subscribe because Rocky gets money from that. You know what I mean? So help us out. Get into that. If you support the show, it really does mean a lot to us. Become a subscriber. You can see things like the full pool party video. Jason, did you see the pool party video?
Yes, I did.
By the way, wasn't the belly flop stuff cool?
Yeah, I love how they did the freeze frame stuff.
And the girls, the bikini contest is good. And Doran changing the bikini is awesome. There's a lot of great stuff in there. And, of course, tomorrow you'll get the full show as well. So we'll talk to you guys then at 8 o'clock. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Thursday. We'll wrap it up today. Thank you so much for joining us for today's great morning disaster quiz. And now let's wrap this episode up. As soon as the stupid song loads, we'll wrap this episode up and say goodbye. You guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.
You better wake up, sleepyhead, get your fat butt out of bed. There's a man who got up at 4 a.m. just to play you Zeppelin and Pearl Jam. Raymond Lytle is his name. Some have called him just a bit insane. But you may find him a little idiotic. But his is the only morning show you can say has really got it. Slam the door, turn the key, get on the road now. With Central Illinois' only way to get down. It's nasty, it's dirty, but it's funny, 'cause it's the Raymond Lytle's morning disaster. He's lewd, he's rude, he's crude, but it doesn't matter, 'cause he's the morning master of rock and roll and laughter. Raymond Lytle's morning disaster. Sean Bull Scott, news and sports. Bodine's running down North Grand in his undershorts. Michelle will dwell on things colored pink and purple. They'll explain why Jim made a remake of that movie called The Black Hole. Slam the door, turn the key, get on the road now. The Central Illinois morning way to get down. It's nasty, it's dirty, but it's funny, 'cause it's the Raymond Lytle's morning disaster. He's lewd, he's rude, he's crude, but it doesn't matter, 'cause he's the morning master of rock and roll and laughter. Raymond Lytle's morning disaster.
I think you do.
Thank you so much for listening, everybody. We're back tomorrow with the subscriber show right here at morningdisaster.net. All right, guys, stick around. The replay is going to start in just a couple of seconds for the audio-only feed. Facebook Live, this show will repeat there in just a couple minutes as well. Have a great rest of your Thursday, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.
Up my butt.
The alarm clock screams and there's a cat right in my face. I don't want to get up, face the human race. I take a shower, I take a pee, I drink some coffee, watch some TV. But nothing seems to keep my eyes open.